Welcome back to another YouTube video. Now, unfortunately, I have to freehand it today because I don't have my tripod, I don't have my mic. We just spontaneously decided to do a video. And today's video is about
expenses in Bulgaria, or actually our expenses in Bulgaria.
So we're asked a lot on our social media, how much does it cost to live in Bulgaria? Now, this is a very subjective kind of topic, and obviously people have different costs, but what we can do is kind of explain the averages, what we pay, how much things are. I believe you've written a list down, right, of everything?
Yes, so I have a list, so I'm going to be looking down and just checking because we wanted to calculate everything and show you.
But if you made it this far into the video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We want to get to 1,000 subscribers this year. That will massively help us and help the channel to grow. But we're going to get straight into it. We've written down as many costs as we possibly can. Bear in mind, we haven't put things like clothing and a few other things that are kind of not regular monthly expenses. So this is only the regular monthly expenses that we pay. And we've also kind of put the averages if there's things that we don't pay for that you might have to pay for. So let's kick it off and let's go from the top. So
okay. So I'm going to start with it. So rent, we personally don't pay rent because we own our own property. So we don't pay rent, and in our town, Bogotgrad, it would be about 600 leva. I mean, there's obviously more expensive. There's a little bit cheaper as well, depending on where you want to live. But that's kind of general. So
this is only the average prices. So this, as Marina said, there's more, there's less, but this is kind of bang in the middle. So 600 leva for the rent, unless of course you're like us and you own your own property.
Next up is property tax. Obviously, because we own our property, we need to pay tax on it, which is like a yearly tax. And that's roughly about 300 leva on the property that we have, which is an apartment. So
which isn't too bad, to be fair. Like in the UK, you would be paying for like council tax, and every single month council tax, you're looking, it's we paid
more than this for a month.
We paid £200 I think per month.
Yeah.
Per month, £200 on council tax. So to have one yearly tax is a lot easier, and the price, to be fair, 300 leva for a whole year, that works out less than 30 leva per month on taxes. Okay, next up.
Right, next one is electric. So obviously in the summer it's a bit more because of the heating, but in the winter,
I'm gonna keep that in. In the winter is more.
It's more because of the heating, but also the summers here are really hot. So we still use the aircon. We still use it for cooling because it's really, really hot, but not as much as you would use the heating in the winter.
The good thing about the aircon systems here is they're dual, so aircon and heating, so you can use them for both. So as you said, we pretty much use it for one or the other all year round. When it's summer here, it is boiling hot. When it's winter here, it's freezing cold. So it's good to have that multi-purpose. But how much do we pay for electric?
Necessary. So an average throughout the year would come about 150 leva. So not too bad. Obviously in the winter could come up to a lot more. In the summer, a lot less. Spring and autumn. So yeah, depends. But the average, about 150.
So we pay about 300 in the winter, but then obviously we pay a lot less in the summer. So it balances out throughout the year.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Next one is water. Water's very cheap, 30 leva per month. I mean, I think that's perfect.
And that's the same pretty much throughout the year. Obviously, we use the same amount of water. We shower, we don't drink the water in Bulgaria, like the tap water or anything like that. So we've got a dishwasher, which doesn't use that much water, to be fair.
Yeah.
So yeah, about 30 leva, very, very good.
Yeah. So next up we have internet, and we pay 45 leva for that. We picked quite a fast one. I mean, there is cheaper internet. There's definitely cheaper internet.
So that's considered like premium internet in Bulgaria. We have the 600 megabyte per second internet, but we were paying, before we moved here, we were paying about 12 leva per month, was it?
Yeah,
for like rubbish internet, but you can get cheaper options. However, like Bulgaria is very known for its internet speed, so it's worth the price, especially we work online, we work from home, so we kind of need that sort of option.
Speed, yeah. So next one we have food. So food here, I would say, is a little bit expensive. Per month we budget about 700 leva.
Yeah, and even that is a like budget for us, and that's two people. And I don't think we eat an awful amount of food. I don't think we eat a crazy amount. Like we go to the gym and stuff, but we eat like on average an average amount per day, you know, and so we're still budgeting, and even that's quite tight for us on the budget.
And that doesn't really include a lot of the times that we go out to eat, because, you know, eating out, it's not that expensive, but obviously you can't budget it the same as like your grocery shopping, because it will be a lot more.
We didn't add eating out into it purely because we didn't really see much point, because obviously that's an additional expense. That's not really a regular monthly expense. Like if you can afford to eat out, then great, but not everybody can. So there's no point in adding it into a regular monthly expense to be able to live here, you know, because it's not a necessary.
A choice. Yeah, it's a choice
exactly.
More than anything. Average, just to get your main bits from the shop.
And I would say definitely food's a lot more expensive than I had thought here, because the problem is a lot of food is imported from countries such as the UK, Germany, Ireland. So obviously you've got all of those additional taxes that need to be factored into the selling price. So yeah.
And prices like, for example, like a salmon or anything like that would be the same price
as the UK in
but
pounds.
In leather. Yeah, so obviously it's gonna be double, triple, or you
so
know.
If a portion of salmon's £10, it will be 30 leather, right?
Yeah,
so
well, it'll be like, yeah, kind of around there. So yeah.
Okay, next up.
Right, next one. So at the minute we have one Bulgarian number, and that's 30 leva a month, about 30 leva. You get a lot of stuff included, I think.
So unlimited minutes, unlimited text, unlimited data within Europe, I believe. Is it within Europe? No, so. Europe is 25 gigabytes of data capped, but in Bulgaria is unlimited. In the UK, we have to pay. So we've got a separate SIM for the UK when we go back. But 30 leva is really cheap for what it is, to be fair. Like everything's unlimited. You would not get that in the UK, no chance.
We've added also like toiletries and like cleaning stuff, because I feel like we buy that as well, obviously monthly. There's no specific one month we can spend more or less, but average, again, we've put about 100 level for these things. So like shower gels, toothpaste, stuff like that, basically.
Which isn't too bad, to be fair. Like that's every household thing you could think of. Washing up liquid, toilet roll, every little thing like that. So I mean, we was definitely spending more than that in the UK. And one thing we've come to do recently is get more Bulgarian brands, because the like kind of European brands, again, a lot of them are made in Ireland, in Germany, and so the prices for like Colgate toothpaste is crazy. It's crazy for like, what, it's Dove, isn't it? Dove shower gels.
Oh, it's like the price is like 3 times more than the UK.
It's ridiculous.
It's
absolutely
crazy,
So we started to get more kind of Bulgarian brands of the same kind of quality,
and they're really nice products, so definitely worth it. And we also wanted to mention that we don't have a car at the minute, so we don't have those expenses of a person who has a car and is paying the insurance and the taxes and all that. So obviously you have to account for that as well if you are a driver that has a car. Obviously,
if you're driving, I think you're probably looking minimum, I would predict 200 to 300 leather a month, I would say. But again, that's an optional thing. That's not a necessary monthly expense unless you need it for commuting and stuff like that.
So lastly, we're going to mention as well things like the streaming services.
The subscriptions,
So we do watch a lot of these things. So we do have HBO, we have Netflix, we have Apple TV, we have Spotify. I don't know if we have anything
But
else
before you say the price, the good thing about this in Bulgaria is the subscriptions are a lot cheaper, because obviously it's based on region. So Spotify, Netflix, we was paying like over £20 a month for in the UK, and we've only just recently switched it over to the Bulgarian region, which is a lot cheaper. So we've got 4 subscriptions, right?
4 of them. And it's about 80 leva.
80 leva per month.
And I don't know why it took us so long. We were paying double and we didn't change it for a while. So if you're moving, or if you're going to be obviously here for a long period of time, make sure you change
your region. 100%.
It's definitely worth it. You're definitely going to save money. So in the UK, it's like double a lot of them. So yeah.
Okay, so everything added up, excluding rent. So what we pay on average per month without rent is 1,435 leva. I'm going to do the conversion in pounds as well here, so you can see. And then with rent, just add 600 leva on top. So again, I'll put that here, and that is the grand total. So I think that's like 2,035. I think it was.
Yeah, or 2,035. And also I want to mention that in other towns in Bulgaria, the average for rent will be more. So like Plovdiv, Sofia, like obviously there is up to like the average could be like in euros, 600, 800 euros. So definitely look into the area. Our town is a little bit smaller. So yeah, that's something to kind of consider.
And that pretty much summarizes it. What do you guys think? Is it more or is it less than you expected? Because I think there's been like a lot of mixed reviews, and I think a lot of people, also expats coming over, compare it in pounds, so they think, oh, that's only this much pounds. But what you have to consider is obviously people living here and working here and getting paid in leather is still the same difference, right? But yeah, let me know what you think. Marina's finally in the video.
Thank you for watching.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we will see you guys on the next
video.